And I want to tell Kenyans, those who have doubts against One Kenya Alliance, you'll be shocked. Mwendo imeanza na tunajua kule tunaenda. Gideon, with all humility, please all our brothers together ili tuokoe nchi. Nchi mahali imefika kinaumana. Bei ya mafuta imeenda juu, bei ya masomo imeenda juu, bei ya maisha imeenda juu. And the only solution to those problems, one is prayer and belief in God, that's why we're in church. And two is to have total economic solution for the country. And I know you with your brothers, Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Honorable Weta, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, na wale wengine wanakuja katika One Kenya Alliance, you have the solution. But we must seek the will and the power of God. Mimi kama mbunge, najua tunafungua vikao za bunge wiki hii. I'm bringing a petition to Parliament to make sure that Emergency Regulatory Authority must bring the price of fuel down. There is no option here. And the One Kenya Alliance will team up in Parliament to make sure that the price of fuel in this country is not exorbitant. We are not in Somalia or Afghanistan. We are in a country where democratic people elected a government which has to be responsible. And I believe 2022 will have a government which is responsible for Kenyans, led by other than the four. It doesn't matter who will be the presidential candidate, but I know we'll form the government. That's my belief. Ikiwa nimefika sababu DC anasema tusiongee sana.
Maana ninaendelea. Mheshimiwa Mbunge, tuna support proposal yako kabisa, maana mafuta lazima iteremke katika hii nchi. Na juzi nimeshangaa sana Mheshimiwa Rais, Mheshimiwa Deputy Rais, President, ninamheshimu sana Ruto, akisema serikali imepandisha mafuta. Kwani yeye yuko ndani ya serikali? Yeye ni nani na Deputy President? Is in the government. So she should take that order we are supposed to be doing. Sio kusema serikali imepandisha mafuta. Bwana Deputy President, tafadhali tuambie ukweli na tuseme sana ukweli. Asante.
Hiyo nafasi ile tu kuhakikishia nyinyi kwamba sisi kwa OKA tuko pamoja. Tuko pamoja na Mheshimiwa Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka ambayo ni rafiki yangu na ni rafiki ya familia yetu, ya familia ya Mzee Moi. Pia tuko na Wetangula, tuko na Musalia Mudavadi pamoja nasi. So ukwe na roho ukijua utulivu, ukijua kwamba tuko pamoja na tumehakikisha tutakaa pamoja, na tunajua kwa hiyo team ndio itatokea yule ambaye ataingia Ikulu. Na tunaeleza wengine na ndugu zetu wakuje tukae pamoja, tuhakikishe turekebishe mengi ambayo inatakana tufanye kwa taifa letu la Kenya. Mmoja ambayo mheshimiwa amesema, rising fuel prices, bei ya mafuta ambayo imefika kiwango ambayo imekuwa shida kwa wananchi. Na hiyo petition mheshimiwa ambayo tutaunga mkono, tuhakikishe imefaulu. And I want to congratulate wewe. Na tujue vile tumefika kwa nchi, ilitoka wapi shida zote. Let us not be naive. Tuende nyuma tuone tangu 2013 mpaka tumefika hapa, ndio nini ilitokea nchi hii mpaka tufike hii shimo ambayo tumeshafika. Speaker. We cannot whitewash the truth. And we cannot attempt to whitewash it and blame others when we know exactly where the problems of this country began. Lakini hiyo tutasema mengi uko nje kwa sasa tu.
We as One Kenya Alliance, members of parliament, once we reopen next week, I'm sponsoring a petition to parliament to make sure that Energy Regulatory Authority must tell Kenyans, why is fuel in Kenya higher than in Somalia? Why is fuel in Kenya higher than Uganda? Why is fuel in Kenya higher than Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, landlocked countries? We are going to make sure that fuel prices are reduced to the normalcy, whereby every Kenyan who pay tax can be able to afford a good living. We are not going to let this country, just by a few fellows who sit down and make decisions which affect 45 million people. And for us in One Kenya Alliance, we are very clear on this, and I know the senators will support this petition to make sure that we have proper regulation of fuel prices in this country. The moment you increase fuel, you are increasing the livelihood of 45 million Kenyans. That must stop. That must stop. Last but not least, we want to urge the county governments all over the country. They must give Kenya value for devolution. Kenyans voted for devolution in totality. Kenyans are very real and they want to support devolution. But we have realized that most of the governors, because they are on their last term, they are not giving Kenyans their value for devolution. We want to ask senators, you need to be very firm with the county governments to make sure that every penny and coin goes to the county governments, is being accounted for, and it goes to the benefit of Mwananchi. Those people who think One Kenya Alliance is just another movement, they should be shocked and they should take their stand properly. We are serious, we know where we want to take Kenya, and we know the direction we are giving to Kenyans. We are very clear on our economic model, which is a 24-hour economy and gold economy. Green gold economy, that is to revive the agriculture industry in the entire country for Kenyans to be able to. We are not going to struggle with models which does not make sense. Some people are talking bottom up. Bottom up from where and when and how? Our economic model is a 24-hour economy which has been embraced in US, in China and other countries to move forward.
And I want to ask Deputy President William Ruto. He is the Deputy President of this country. And the other day I heard him say on media that the government is raising prices of fuel. Who is the government and who are you, Deputy President? You are part and parcel of this government. And so you should tell us why the fuel prices are going up and not lowering them. You are part and parcel of that, and we are going to request that the fuel prices are, and I fully back your statement that you are ready, Honorable Mule, to take to the floor of the Parliament, and we'll back it fully because we need the fuel prices to go down because no more citizens are suffering, especially those who cook fuel using kerosene. Kerosene has gone higher than even the fuel itself. And so many of them are suffering, and we are requesting the government to take to reduce these prices of the fuel back to normal. And the OCA is not closed; it's open for all other parties to join in, and so that we can form a team that will lead this country. We've just been read for a scripture in the church by the commander of this region. And he read from the book of 1 Samuel chapter 10 and chapter 16 of 1 Samuel. And that is the connection of Saul and when God rejected him in chapter 16. And so we are going to pray, and I know God will give us a leader who will lead this country and somebody who will be able to finish corruption in this country. As you know, corruption fights back. And I think we have just very few leaders who can stand and fight corruption in this country. And majority of them are in Oka. And so those are the leaders that we need, so that the money that has been going in people's pockets can go into education, can go into hospitals. Like right now, people are dying of COVID without medication and without,
That's one of the concerns that we have, of course, right now, which is bedeviling the people of Kenya, is the rising prices of fuel. This, we all know, and I said it in Uasin Gishu, that it has a domino effect. And it's going to be extreme hardship to the people and to all sectors of the economy what has just happened. And we support the petition which the honourable member will be bringing to the House. And I'd just like to say that we must bring back the subsidies and to regulate the prices to an extent which we know that is affordable and which the economy and the people can handle. As Oka, I'm delighted that you can see the inter-party relationship that we have and which we're building, and we come here, they'll come to our home just to strengthen ourselves in Oka. We are inviting all others, 2 other parties to join, and you'll be seeing many of them who have shown an interest to join us, because there is much to do. And we must warn Kenyans, please, let's not listen to the naysayers and the doomsayers, because we have to see the genesis of all this. Where were they before, when they were in government and doing what they were doing, or supposed to do what they did or do, and they did not. So this is the time now, I think, to leave it to a new team to carry on. A bit, even if it's the short term, now the few 10 months or so we have left, we've got to give the president leeway to clean up, put the new team in to carry out his work and look after his legacy, and of course prepare now for the elections of 2022. You'll be hearing it very soon now. Party Ascan will be making the announcement and be meeting, they're setting the dates for meeting of the national delegates conference, and then they'll be making an announcement then. So I cannot predispose on what they're going to say.